just as if it was yesterday, I used to go and close myself in my parents' room and just imagine what I would be. And I used to really feel as if I'm in another world, in another dimension. Even if I couldn't see exactly what it was that I was imagining, it was as if I could touch it. This week I was going through the importance of vision, and I remember a verse in Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 18. When people do not accept divine guidance, they run wild, but whoever obeys the law is joyful. The Bible says that whoever lacks vision will perish. I can't imagine where I would be without actually writing down what I was thinking, the ideas of who I will become. And vision requires a lot of faith. Vision requires a lot of faith, because what God shows you is sometimes it seems unrealistic. It sometimes seems out of this world. It requires you to really believe in yourself, to really go the extra mile and have some faith. If you want to please God, have faith. Show Him that you trust Him. I used to think that how am I ever going to get there? But once I started writing them down, then I saw what God wanted me to have. Habakkuk 2:2 tells us to write the vision down. Write my answer plainly on tablets so that a runner can carry the correct message to others. This vision is for a future time. It describes the end and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. I read the book of Habakkuk. And the first time I read the book of Habakkuk 2:2, I didn't really understand what it meant. When they say write the vision down, I didn't really understand what it meant, but I came to understand, while I started really being determined about where I want to go with my life. I started to see that you can't actually follow your goals and dreams if you don't write them down, if you don't know what this is exactly that you're chasing. What is it that you really want? When I started writing down, first I started with just jotting down everything that I want. I want to get that scholarship. I want to go abroad. I want to pass this master degree. I want to finish Kenya School of Law. I want to finish Bachelor of Law. I want to finish my master. I want to finish this. All this cannot happen if you actually write it down so that you can complete the goal. And these goals are subdivided between the mini goals and the long-term goals, the short-term goals and the long-term goals. While I was at home, I just started having a regular to-do list that I can follow on a daily basis. I started having daily goals, weekly goals, and monthly goals, and even annual goals actually. And this is a habit that I just started randomly, and I noticed that the brain, once you activate that you're used to a certain habit, it just keeps on, then it automatically comes. And it was just a habit I created. I started making to-do list, and I started noticing that when I check the boxes, I am getting things done. And I can tell you that having a vision is not all about just seeing it. When you see it, what are you going to do about it? I started writing down the ideas and just starting to learn more, do more, and become more who I want to be in the future. And every time I do see a vision, I write it down and I start narrowing it down. And the only way you're going to narrow it down is when you actually start writing down. Even in lengths, you write down and then you start narrowing it down in point form. Who do you exactly want to become? What do you really want to do? And I started having objectives that way. Vision has shaped my discipline. Vision has chosen my surroundings. Vision has chosen my friends. Vision has chosen my habits, my daily habits. Vision has taught me how to count days in hours, in minutes, in seconds. I don't even count days in hours anymore. I always see that time is short, time is running out. I count my days in minutes, in seconds, because each second matters to me. Vision has also determined what books I read. When I go to the library, I know exactly what to pick out. When I'm choosing to buy a book online, I know exactly which book I'm going for. Vision has chosen especially the people I surround myself with and the people I choose to be surrounded by. Usually I like to be surrounded by the people who are headed where I'm going, and not everyone is going to be the best, and no one is perfect, but I always choose to be surrounded by people who are mostly better than me, so that I can learn from them and they can learn from me as well. Vision has taught you can learn from everyone, but you don't have to become them. I really like maintaining my identity overall, but I decided in life that I want to be a student. Always I want to be a student, but as much as I love to be a student, I can follow, I can learn from you, but I can never follow or become someone else. So each time that you're trying to become someone, you're trying to learn something from everyone, just ensure that you don't dare become them. Just be yourself, learn from everyone. I read from Miles Monroe's book that it is smart to know what you want, but the best thing is knowing what you don't want. The best thing in life I learned is it is very wise to know what you don't want. It is very easy for me now to say no to people, to things, good or bad things. I can easily say no because my brain has already registered that there are some things, there is a place I want to go, there is a destination I have that is waiting for me, and it can't allow me to do certain things. And it's not easy, really. It's never easy to say no, but once you learn how to say no, you've mastered the key to success, and you've mastered the key to going forward. There's this book I read by Stephen Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I really love that book because there's some principles that I learned there that I will never forget. There's a lecturer, a professor from Tanzania, I can't forget. He told us the power of learning to say no. Once you learn to say no in your life, you have mastered the key to prosperity. I noticed that there is a lot that I was allowing in my life when I started learning to say no. That's when really I started to get things done in my life. Reading also the book Atomic Habits. I was reading this book Atomic Habits, and there's a statement that I like in this book. The most effective way to change your habits is to focus not on what you want to achieve, but on who you wish to become. It is very important to know who you want to be. Once you can picture that in your mind, then you can become that. Then you can start working towards becoming that. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 18 states it quite clearly. It is very important to have a vision. A vision is almost like time traveling. I learned this from Miles Monroe also. When you sit somewhere and meditate, it requires you to really go there and be there. And a lot of times, God will show you the end. God will show you the end. In the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, one of the principles in that book is begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. Be proactive. Learn to say no. And it taught me that you have to know where you are going. You have to know the destination. You don't have to know how. It's not a must for you to know how. Leave the details to God. We always say leave the details to God, and God does not make mistakes. God doesn't even miss it, I tell you. He gives everything in detail. He gives everything in detail. I just used to switch off the light and just kind of imagine things, imagine my own things, what I'm going to be, what I'm going to be like, what character I want to see in myself, what type of person I want to see in Anyoso Jackie, who do I want Jackie to be. And I used to really go into the intricate details and really just imagine everything, to my dressing, to my speaking, to my actions, to my habits, everything. And I really, I can see the magic in that. I can see the magic in that. I love that God always gives what he says. God always does what he says. And when he said that, write the vision down, though it will tarry, though it will take time to pass, but wait patiently. It will come a time, it will pass. This is Awaken and Rise Devotionals with Anyoso Jackie. If you love such videos and like inspiration, and you would like to get scriptures every week, new scriptures every week, different motivational books, religious books, the Bible, and also real life stories and testimonies from me, just real life stories, my own stories that I love to share, that can encourage someone or uplift someone out there, then do follow for more.